Well, hello there, all my sexy friends. How is everyone today? Today is a first day of October, so I wanted to go ahead and let you know what my plans were for October. And just to say howdy, I'm trying a new setup, and I wanted to see how that went as well. So I welcome you all and thank you for coming. This is a page I've been working on today. I've decided I'm going to only color Halloween pictures for the whole month. I don't draw, so I'm not doing Inktober. So my part for Halloween is I will only be coloring Halloween pictures, and I'm much more about the cutesy Halloween than I am the gory Halloween. So I'm sorry for all my friends that really love the blood and gore, but it's just not me. I like the cutesy stuff. So I have a couple of books that I wanted to share with you. First, I have the Sherry Baldy Besties Halloween book, and I've copied it and made, made extra copies on my own paper. And then this is from Coloring Haven. It was for the subscribers, so there's that one. And then I have the Hannah Lynn Enchanted Halloween, and again I have the PDF so I can print it down out. And then I have the this is from the Autumn Dreams, and I'm not sure how I got this download, but it was legally. It has From Autumn Dreamlings by Edwina McNamee, and so I have this one also on PDF. And I do not know how I got the download, but I know it was legitimate because I don't do any of the sneaky ways of getting images off of Google or anything like that. Okay, so the books that I have, I did just purchase this one. This is Penelope's Garden, and it's not necessarily a Halloween book, but she is a witch, and so it's very Halloween themed. And it's by Dee Lenahan, and I know that I've actually followed her, and I wasn't aware that she had this book out, so it is adorable. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick flip through for you. Bear with me, it's the first time I've really opened it up. It is on the Amazon paper. And here she is just gardening. She's always dressed up in her little shoes with the hat, and there's always little creatures, I noticed that. So it looks like there's 2 copies of each page. So I'll try to skip through those. Here she is, a little more realistic in the squirrel there, but she's riding the squirrel, and each little acorn has a little face on it, like a jack-o'-lantern. I thought that was really cute when I looked at the flip through. So yeah, this is more whimsical drawing, and then this one, the squirrel almost looks like he was superimposed on the world. And she's riding him. And super cute porcupine, a little mouse. We got a scorpion over here, another I don't mean porcupine, I mean hedgehog. And I just think she has the cutest expressions. She just looks like a fun, adventurous little witch. And then she and her friend playing with flowers, and kitty sleeping on the rug, a little mouse on the pumpkin. These are just adorable. A little owl over here. And they're just so sassy, the little witches. Here, I think those are ghosts. And she's happily riding through the garden on a ghost. And here she's overseeing the entire garden. You've got frogs with lily pads, and you've got bumblebees and candles, and I guess this is Penelope, sorry, and then this is her friend flying on the broom. So just super cute and whimsical. I really love it. and she's real tiny. I in the garden, she's real small. You see the daisies and the mushrooms, and she's real tiny. And you have a little bat, so each page is kind of looking like it could work for a Halloween picture. This one's really more detailed. It looks like a little house, not necessarily haunted, but it has all of the jack-o'-lanterns and bats and cuteness. I just love the little mouse that shows up. And then the number 13, so it's definitely real Halloweenish. And then there's a real basic page of Penelope. And here, oh, Penelope's hiding. And her mouse is sticking out, another mouse. Oh, there's several mice. They're all over the place, peeking out through the pumpkins, and that's really cute. And a little kitty cat, and a full moon. Really sweet. Oh, poison ivy. And you got a goat, and this is really cute. So they're managing the poison ivy. Oh, and this one's cute. She's just relaxing. Now this one doesn't look much like Halloween. It looks more like a spring picture. Except for the witch. She's doing potions, and she's sitting on a flower. So she's like a little witch that lives in the garden. Oh, that's kind of cool. All the owls and the kitty cat, of course the mice. But then you kind of see the moon kind of that's a really cool, you could do a really cool effect with that. I mean, I probably can't, but somebody that's really talented could do a really cool effect with that. I'm gonna have to hire someone to do that really cool effect. Oh, how cute. Labels to color and cut. Oh, those are so cute. They're like little Valentines only for Halloween. How adorable. I didn't even know those were in there. And then find me on YouTube for tips and giveaways. How cute. Very, very cute book. Welcome to Penelope's Garden. Meet Midnight the cat, visit the Nightshade greenhouse, and look for her tiny mice as you stroll through her backyard. Beware, she may cast a spell on you. Well, that is very sweet. Very cute. And this was super cheap. I think I got it for $3.99. So it's very adorable. And then the next one I've had is the Molly Harrison Whimsical Halloween book. I've colored quite a bit in here. Well, it's not showing that I have, but I have quite a bit colored in here, and other people have colored as well. I took this one to New Zealand last year. I was there over just before Halloween, so there's quite a few colored in there. So I like that book a lot. And then I have the Misfits book. This isn't a Halloween book, but I thought there might be some pictures because it is so dark that I could, I think this could definitely fall under a Halloween type picture. So I haven't colored much in here, so it'd be nice to pull one out and color it. So I'll pick one that I think is appropriate for Halloween, or I'll add something that makes it real Halloween-y and use that book. And then of course my last one is the Jasmine Beckett Griffith book, and this is her Halloween book, and I have colored some pages in here. Some good, some bad, some not finished. But I love Jasmine Beckett Griffith a lot. I don't like the paper in her books. It seems like it's really good quality, but I have a tendency to rub it off, even with just, so I I just have to find pencils that I think work the best in it, and I need to keep practicing. So it's just an excuse for me to keep coloring. So, and I have no problem with that. This one, this one, I actually like it. Her skin, maybe on camera it looks okay, but her skin did not come out very well. But I really messed up on the background. And so I have just colored it with acrylic paint, and I'll see what I'm gonna do. I was really happy with her way her dress came out. It's exactly what I wanted. I wanted her real monochrome, you know, her hair and her dress and her eyes to kind of blend together. It's she's a ghost, and then the pumpkins to be real bright and vivid. So I'm gonna have to work on this page, but I don't know if I'll get to it this Halloween, but it was bad, and acrylic paint saves everything. So I have a lot of the little ones done because those are nice for me. The skin on her girls is sometimes a lot of skin, and I cannot quite get the this is another one I messed up. I might just paint over that one again. I know I have more. Maybe I thought for sure I had more colored in here. Maybe in her other book. I know in her other book. Oh, this one was the first time I did dead skin, and I followed Sammy's tutorial for that. I never did finish it, but I was pretty happy with how she looks. She looks pretty dead. I thought I colored more, but there's one picture in her other book, I think, that, oh, I think I know what I did. I had colored in this, but what I do, and I'm pretty sure I did it here, is I glue these pages together, because I messed it up so bad. Oh, was that the one? I can't even remember. You can kind of see it. She was a bat girl, you know, sitting kind of crisscross applesauce and her wings. So anyway, I glue it together so I don't ruin the book, but I don't have to look at it. So I really like this one. This one came out really cute. I don't remember doing that one, but I really like it. It's very pretty. I don't know if you can see that. I like it. I like it a lot. I really don't remember doing that one at all. I'm gonna start leaving labels of what pencils I used on which projects, because I have so many sets of pencils, and I forget what I use, and then, you know, I want to do something similar in the book, or I just want to know so I can use the same pencils, and then I can't because I don't know what I used, and it's impossible to know by looking. Well, at least for me it is. All right, well, I thought I had done more. Anyway, so those are the books. I don't have a ton of books. I do have some more printouts that I can do, and then I know several channel owners are giving out freebies. You know, some of the artists are giving out freebies, and so I'll be looking for those. But I'm sure I won't run out of things to color in 31 days. I've already started on one, so I'm hoping to finish it. I still have a couple hours or an hour and a half to finish that. It doesn't really matter as long as I finish it in the morning and start on my new one. It's coming out okay. I'm using polychromos, and I haven't used them in quite some time because I've been playing with my Pablos and my Lumis, and I'm taking a little bit of time to get used to them. I'm doing something here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if it comes in. Let me try. If you can see, I don't like the way it's kind of it almost looks like it's built up wax right here. And I'm just not happy with the way that looks. So if anyone knows what does that, I don't know if it's this paper. This is the Neenah Classic Crest. And I'll tell you what, I think Belinda is just too good for the rest of us. And I don't know that I'll buy this paper again because I find it temperamental and I can't get it to do things. Oh, hold on, let me close this up. Oh, there we go. And so it's expensive and I am just not good enough to justify the cost. So I'll be coloring on some less expensive paper for a while until I find my niche. But I definitely haven't used my polys in a while, and I have gotten, I guess I just forgot how to use them. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and color now, and we'll just sit here and dab a little and find out how everyone's doing. I won't be hearing from you, but you guys can answer in the comments. And let's just tell you a little bit about what's going on with me. I'm settling in nicely to being home. I miss my daughter and my grandkids like so much. It's painful. But I know that I'll be going back there probably in January. And baby girl turned 2 months old already today. Actually, yesterday she did, because she turned, it was October 1st, yesterday in New Zealand. And since she was born in New Zealand, yesterday was her birthday. So, but needless to say, I'm sad that she is 2 months old. I just want her to stop. I need her to slow down and just be a baby for a long time. You're grown up for such a long, long time. Kids are such in a hurry to grow up. I mean, I know she's just growing because, you know, she's getting her good mama's milk and she's supposed to be growing. But once they hit their teen years, they just want to grow up so fast. And it's like, please, you're a grown up for such a long time. Don't be in a hurry, you know. But I know I didn't listen. I wanted to grow up, and, you know, I was right as, you know, I became an adult. I was just gung-ho going forward, went into the Army, and just, you know, never slowed down. And you know, I wish I had. Wish I had enjoyed my youth more, you know. But so I don't think, if I didn't listen, and probably you didn't listen, and nobody listens, they don't believe you when you say, you know, you don't want to be a grown-up, you want to stay a child. They don't believe you. I didn't believe them. I'm sure you didn't believe them. And then, you know, we hit middle age and beyond, and we say, why didn't we listen to them? And then we try to tell the young people, and they don't believe us. They think that lady's crazy. You know, I need to do what they're doing. It looks like so much fun. Well, I wish they would listen, but probably not going to. Anyway, so it has not really changed weather-wise here in San Diego. I got back from New Zealand a week ago, and it was so cold in New Zealand. In fact, the day after I left, it snowed in Christchurch and Ashburton, where they live, or Ashburton. And it snowed, like snow falling down, big, huge, fluffy snowflakes. And then I get here to San Diego, and it's not hot, but it's so humid. I just never realized how humid it is. But I mean, we are right on the coast, so of course it's going to be humid. But, you know, when you're out of it for a while, you don't realize it. So I have been adjusting to the humidity, and I'm really ready for some cooler weather. I was happy that I missed all the really hot weather, but it can get even cooler for me and I'll be just fine. I love to snuggle up with some boots and my blankets and my doggies and some hot coffee or tea or even hot chocolate and chillax. So that is the best part of fall, which I think that fall is probably the favorite season of most people. I did a survey, or I read a survey that indicated that fall was the number one, and spring was a close second, and then summer, and of course nobody liked winter, which, you know, they don't live in California, so California is my second. I mean, winter in California is my second over fall because it's cooler, we get a lot of rain, and, you know, we have mild winters. So I can understand why people who live in the, you know, the states with snow and sleet and blizzards and all of that wouldn't like the winter. So I get it. But, yeah, give me fall and winter all year and I'm a happy girl. But again, I live in California. And I visit New Zealand, and generally it's pretty mild. I mean, to me it's cold because we don't get down into the lower temperatures here in California. But it doesn't, you know, that one day of snow was a fluke. It doesn't snow like that all the time. And, you know, you usually can cure the coldness with some extra socks and a blanket, sometimes starting a fire to heat it up. They don't have central heat there. That's one thing I had to get used to, is sleeping in you know, I don't turn on the heater at all at home, but I like to sleep in a cold room. But boy, are the houses in New Zealand, they must have no insulation, at least the older ones, because it is so cold. Like if you're sleeping in one spot, which I tend to do, but you move your leg just a tiny bit to another spot and it is like ice cold. I think it's crazy. But that's just because their house isn't insulated very well, and you know, it doesn't stay warm once the fire is out. But of course we survived. Everybody survives. They do have an electric heater that they will turn on, but there's no need to run that at night when everyone's sleeping. It's a waste of money. And so yeah, I'm settling nicely back at home. My puppies are glad that I'm here, and my son is glad I'm here, and trying to get some things done. I lost a filling while I was in New Zealand, and I didn't tell the dentist it was because I was chomping down on a piece of taffy and my filling came out, but I got quite a shocker at the dentist. I admit I don't hate the dentist. I actually like the dentist. I love to get my teeth cleaned. I don't really generally have a problem. I don't suffer from any pain or anything. But I have had a couple of things that have been concerning me. Not so much pain, but some sensitivity. And I guess it's been a while since I had a cleaning. It's just because I forget to do it. It's not because I don't want to, or, you know, and I have the insurance. I really kick myself for not going more often because they found quite a few things that need to be fixed. And one of them is that I have quite a few silver fillings, and they want to replace those with the healthier and safer and more effective white fillings. I can't remember what it's called, but I have the silver ones, and they're, you know, some of them are, you know, over or probably close to 40 years old. And so that's one thing, but I do have 2 more serious problems that need to be addressed. And then looks like I'm gonna need quite a few crowns, and you know, I am probably gonna get a second opinion just because my insurance doesn't cover it all. And we're looking at about $5,000 just right now. It could be another couple grand by the time it's all done. And I'm like, holy cow. I certainly didn't see that coming. And of course, if it is needed, I will do what I can and get it taken care of. But I am going to get a second opinion and not mention anything about what I think I need. I just want to have them evaluate my mouth and see what they say I need. And I was being treated by I call it an assembly line dentist. It's called Western Dental. I don't know if anyone has it. I don't know if it's only in California, but it's covered by Medicare or Medicaid, which I have because I'm disabled. And the other dentist is covered too, but they don't take both insurances, where Western Dental will take both. So if one insurance doesn't cover it, then the other one does. And I don't think I have dental benefits through the VA, but I'm definitely going to be on the phone to them tomorrow and see if I do, because that would be a great place to get the second opinion. Anyway, so I was treated at Western Dental, and I just don't think they're as thorough. I think they get you in and out of there as quickly as they can, and kind of that's that. And so I just don't think that it's, that I've been getting the right care, and the fact that I haven't gone as often as I'm supposed to. Let me take a drink. So I think that all of that combined has left my mouth a wreck, and it's going to leave my pocketbook a little slight. So we're going to see what happens there. Anyway, so okay, I got the bow done. I think that looks okay. I want to add some green. I was kind of thinking I'd do purple, orange, and green, and I'm not sure. Maybe I want to do her hair green. I don't know how that'll look. Let me erase some of these spots that I messed up in. And I think I will do her hair green. I think that'll be cute. Alrighty, let me find the right green. Hello. Here's my scratch pad. That's more like what I want. More limey. More of a lime green. And then yeah, like that. I think 2 is enough. She doesn't need that much work. Let me put this. I really like this better. I'm standing instead of sitting. And I think I have, well, first off, it's healthier for you to stand than sit. And And I think I have more, better control of the camera, and I can move my table. I can just slide this table wherever I want to go. I mean, I could even take it outside. If I don't need the light, I can, roll it with me upstairs to the 15th floor. I've got the mount. I've got the mount for the camera, and I've got the, what was I going to say? The coloring pad, whatever you call this thing here, and the mouse cover. I can just take it all upstairs. It's got plenty of room to store, to hold stuff. It's just a flat table. It doesn't have drawers or anything, but it's the perfect height for standing, and it's so much healthier to stand than it is to sit. And my goal is to lose weight by the time I go to New Zealand in January. I had gastric sleeve surgery in 2014, and I initially lost 110 pounds, and I felt great. And that was I could have lost more. If I was going by BMI, I should have lost more, but I was fine. I was wearing a 12-14, and I felt great. And I didn't feel the need that, I would just maintain, and if I lost a little bit, that would be great, but I wasn't, freaking out. I don't know if this is hair. But I had surgery, and I was in a cast for 4 months. And at that time, my daughter moved to Utah with my grandson, and my oldest son, they moved out of the place they were all living with, the dogs and their father, and so I had moved here to the apartment by myself. And so at that time, my son moved in, and I'm not blaming him, but a 20-year-old kid eats a lot differently than a 50-year-old woman who had gastric sleeve surgery. And so just the food he kept in the house, and the amount of times he eats, and he was cooking, and all of that, and then being in the cast and the wheelchair for 4 months, and then really liking cookies in New Zealand. I do not know what my problem is, but I love, they call them biscuits or crackers, because they're not even really a cookie. They're more like what you would eat with coffee, and I love them. I just absolutely love them. And they're just silly $2 cookies. They're probably even here. They probably have them here in America too, which I'm not going to look for them because I certainly don't need to know they're here. But anyway, I have gained about 30 pounds. And now I can't wear the 12-14. I wear the 16-18. And I don't like the way I look when I see myself in the mirror. When I catch a glimpse of myself in pictures. It's not that that I feel that, it's not a vanity thing when I see it. It's a disappointment that I went through all of that to lose the weight because it was necessary for my health. And that if I could gain 30, I could gain 60, I could gain 75, and I really need to stop. I need to stop it and get, because I wasn't even at an ideal weight after I lost that. I was very, very big before I had the surgery, and I was unhealthy, which, it probably was a contributing factor to my stroke. That and smoking cigarettes and running around like a maniac, working too many jobs and going to school and, you know, 3 kids and eating crap. Anyway, so it's really not a vanity thing. Of course, I want to look nicer. I don't know why we judge ourselves and everybody else by, I'm probably covering this paper and not even letting you see me color. You know, we judge people by their external instead of, you know, who they are and how they are. And, you know, it used to be plump and bigger women were, you know, the attractive ones. They're ones everybody wanted. And now, you know, it went through where you had to be, you know, just, you know, pencil thin. You know, the 70s and 80s, it was all about so thin. I look back at pictures when I thought I was overweight, and I'm like, wow, I wish I was that thin now. But then, even in the 90s, but I think that thick is in, but, you know, I'm beyond thick. And like I said, I mean, I can't tell you that none of it is appearance and vanity, but mostly I want to know that I am not going to allow myself, and I'm going to correct the actions that I, you know, did or didn't do to gain weight back that I had worked so hard to lose and that I needed to lose. It wasn't like I lost weight because, or had surgery to lose weight because I wanted to look good. It's because I was, you know, extremely unhealthy, and, you know, just having the surgery, you know, improved my life expectancy and, you know, everything. So, you know, it's no different than if I went back to smoking. You know, if I went back to smoking, I would be so disappointed in myself. And, you know, having gone through that, you know, quitting, and I smoked for 30 years and I quit, and it's been 8 years and I haven't, you know, I can't say I don't still crave it. It's horrible how it has that effect, but I do. Sometimes I smell it and I think, wow, I'd really like to hit that, which is disgusting. I mean, it really is disgusting to think that. I kind of think this must be a wayward hair. I don't know what else this would be. It's not the bow. It's not a handle. I guess it's a hair. Maybe I have this colored wrong. Maybe this is supposed to be hair here, because it just looks like it's out of place right here. I probably should have colored this green as hair instead of purple for the hat. Probably. I bet you I can erase it and fix it. It's not that much. I can erase it down. Since it's such a small spot, even if it doesn't erase perfectly, it should be fine. Yeah. This paper is very, does not like to be erased. It starts to fall apart. It is emotionally unstable paper. Huh. Oh, wow. There we go. At least now I've defined where her hair is. It's very confusing. I should look for a picture to reference. I think I'll leave her hair right now, and I'm going to work on her skin. I'm going to keep these out. I'm done with the orange. Let me stick these back. And I will pick out some skin tones. Ooh, sorry if I bumped the light, guys, if it affected the camera. I love the way polychromos smell. They have such a nice, oh, they just smell so good. Loomies smell good too. They have that nice wood, and oh, they smell so good. Oh, I was looking for a skin tone. I think I'm gonna start with Light Flesh. This is Cinnamon. Yeah, I like Light Flesh and Cinnamon. I don't really like the Dark Flesh and the medium flesh for skin tone. I like it for other you know, to use it for other things, but sometimes I use it for the I don't know what that is either. All right, I think that's all face. Very cute, but they're kind of bunched together with the hair and the hat and the skin, and I really can't tell what is what. I have not colored a whole lot of hers. I have it, but I haven't colored it. It's one of those ones that, which is why I printed it, copied it on my computer. I mean, on my printer, because I haven't really colored it, and I don't like to, I don't know, I just don't like to mark up the books too much. They're so cute though. They're big eyes. There's some darling. The paper must have a flaw right there because it's been sitting on my desk, so I might have gotten something on it. I'm just putting down a very light layer of the Light Flesh, very light, not going dark at all or heavy at all. Trying to keep it, I'm just gliding over the paper really. Just lays down so much color because they're so highly pigmented, but I'm pretty light-handed with these. I'm gonna go ahead and do her hands because they're here. This one's funny, it looks like a spatula. What keeps happening to my music? Why it keeps doing that, which is weird. Oh, I don't have unlimited there. I just really like the background music when I'm not flapping my gums. It's just like the same song over and over. Huh. Cannot figure out how to get it to play right. Let's put on some put on some. Just relaxing music. Sounds good to me. Doesn't look like she has any more skin showing. Just a tiny bit here. A tiny bit here. Cool. So, you guys know I don't live with my husband, but my son and his dad have been talking about getting a place where we can all live with the dogs, and that way when I do go to New Zealand, that my son isn't just like kind of feeling so overwhelmed and responsible for the house and the dogs all on his own. And his dad would be there, and you know, my son gets very lonely, and he suffers from some anxiety, and I certainly don't like to inflict him with that, or you know, get him in a state of you know, I know how it feels, and you know, but I do need to keep going to New Zealand. It's where I need to be, and he won't come at this moment. I mean, he can go during school breaks and stuff, but he can't go right now because of our dog. And I totally get it. We have an 11-year-old, well, our dogs are 12, 11, and 10, but the 11-year-old is a very big dog. He's a mix, we're not sure, but he's very healthy, and nothing wrong with him. He, you know, doesn't cry or whine, but he is getting up there, and he couldn't make the trip to New Zealand. Plus they have to be put into quarantine and all of that. So he can't take the trip there. And my son just doesn't want to go for any length of time in case something happened with Max, and I totally get it. You know, Max has been his dog since he was 10 years old, and he's now, you know, 22, just turned 22. So, and Max is, you know, 11 and a half years old. So, you know, that's his dog, and I'm not going to, you know, I totally understand it. And I would do the same thing if I were him. So I just love that about him, that he is such an empathetic and caring and loving person, and he's that way with animals. He's that way with humans. He feels very deeply about a lot of things. He's just a really kind, you know, he's so funny, and he's so cute, and he's so, but he also is a real deep thinker, and I don't know how to explain it. He's just, he feels a lot, and he sometimes carries the weight of the world on his shoulders. And so it's, you know, I totally get where he's coming from with the dog. And Max is our boy. I mean, we've had him since he was 11 days old because he had been abandoned at birth. And I'm using the cinnamon now from the polychromas. So Max came to us. He was only 11 days old. And we had to bottle feed him. And he does not, absolutely does not know anything but our family. You know, he thinks, I mean, he really, I'm pretty sure he thinks I'm his mother. Whenever anything goes on, he will run to me. If I'm at my desk, he'll try to climb under my desk, get right between my legs, and just, you know, and he's a huge dog. And he will just, you know, hunker down right there and just act so scared, like, mommy, stop the bad stuff, you know. When there's fireworks going on, if my son gets a little aggressive playing the video game, or it's really cute. I mean, he's just a sweet dog. And but I honestly think he thinks I'm his mother, because he was abandoned the day he was born. They found him. Him and his 4 sisters were left at the doorstep of the dog groomer where I took my other dog. And when I went there, she had him for 11 days, feeding 5 pups by herself, the store owner or the grooming owner. And she asked me if I wanted to feed a husky pup, and I said, well, absolutely. Well, and that was all she wrote. Those brown eyes looked up at me, and I was, that was it. I had a dog and brought him home, and everybody loved him. He was so tiny, but he was so fat that his little legs were so short. They didn't reach the ground. His belly hit the ground first. I mean, it was pretty incredible. It was pretty funny, actually. And his little legs stretched out within a few days, but at first he really couldn't walk because his belly dragged, and he probably had worms. We took care of that, of course, but yeah, he had been dumped when he still had his umbilical cord on. So he had just opened his eyes when I got him. And I think I'm gonna do the freckles. The cinnamon color, it looks like it's a good color to do the freckles with. I like this color. You can see it's one of my favorite colors. I love pencils when they reach this size. I love them. They just fit perfect in your hand. And I just think that's so cool. I feel like you have the most control of them when they're, I guess that's her nose. And I don't know if that was a blemish, but I'm turning it into a freckle. All right, I think the shadows look good. Let's do some, she doesn't really have a neck, but we'll do some cinnamon shadows here in her hand. There we go. There we go, some right here. There we go. All right. Oh, I forgot a spider. I did these two and I forgot that one. Let me do that one now. What I did was I took the white, this is a hybrid. It's called, it's a hybrid and it's by, I'm not sure who it's by. I got it in I think in a Squirrel box. Or one of those, I don't know. The Pentel. Hybrid, medium. I can't believe it doesn't say the name. Let me put that all together and look. Hybrid Gel Grip DX. Oh, maybe this label will say Pigment Gel. Wow, why doesn't it say the brand name so that you can buy them again? That is weird. A 1.0 milliliter. I mean, you know what I mean. It's not a milliliter. I don't know. It doesn't say what it is. Anyway, I drew down the black line with the white to kind of give it that invisible look. And then, oh, I guess this one has the bow up here. All right. Oh, I see her fingers are down. Let me let that dry and I'll color in her fingers. Looks like her pinky is sticking up. Her pinky pinky's up. She has 3 fingers down. Oh no, she has 2 fingers down and 1 up. She's almost doing the I love you. And then I take the black. And I do the legs. And I try to leave some white around his eyes and color his body. Give him some character on his face. Kind of works. Sometimes I mess it up. Looks like I messed it up a little bit. And then I take the gel pen, the Jelly Roll Stardust or something. It's the clear one, and I do the web, or I guess it's web. Still web material, and I make it sparkly. And then I was doing, there you go, that gave him some eyeballs. I don't know if you can see that. Gave him a little bit of a look on his face. You see that? I can't tell if you can see it, but he kind of has a face now. It's all right. That's that. That's that on my spiders. And I think her face looks good. I think I'm gonna end the video here. I'll do her eyes and the dress and everything later, but I think it's looking pretty cute. And it was great having you guys here with me and try out my new setup, and I think it worked nicely. I like standing, and I need to do it more often, just to keep my circulation going and get myself in an attitude of healthier being, healthier eating, healthier living, healthier everything, so that I can get to where I'm feeling a little bit better. And my goal is to get back down to where I can wear the shorts that I was wearing before I gained the weight, the shorts that I was wearing for summer, that I wore just before I had the surgery. And because it'll be summer in New Zealand, and I want to be able to wear those shorts. So they're just plain stretchy shorts, but that's the size I want to be in, and that will make me very happy. So anyway, I hope that everyone is doing well and everyone is having a very great start to the October, month of October. I know that for many people, this is the start of the holiday season. It's a very happy time. You know, it's very happy for me. I love this time of year. I love everything about it all the way until January. It's just, and then even February, it's almost my whole family's birthday. My birthday, my daughter's birthday, my mom, my sister, my dad who passed away, his birthday, my brother-in-law. So it is definitely a very active month. And I love that it's still the cool weather. And so this is my favorite time of year, and but I know a lot of people do also on the other spectrum get sad at this time of year and don't have as much light during the day, and that can affect people a lot. You know, light therapy is a real thing that really helps people, but shorter days, people aren't getting the sunshine that they need. Holidays can bring around a lot of unpleasant memories, and so I know a lot of people struggle at this time, and I want to say that I understand, and you know, I hope that you can find some solace in your coloring or art, and if color and chats help, then I hope that I can help. I love having everyone here, and I do know that everybody suffers in a different way, and people can experience joy in different ways as well. And I hope that having the time together with the color and chat, it brings a lot of joy to me. It makes me feel good to sit here and talk to you guys as if you were sitting here in my living room, and it's really changed a lot in me. You know, it's given me some more motivation than I was having, and I really like that. So it's therapy for me, and I love doing it. And I hope if anybody's out there that it's helping, that just makes me feel so much more than I'm already feeling, because you know, just to know that maybe somebody is having a bad day, or you know, feeling sad about the time of year, and comes on and has you know, just a bit of peace during a nice, quiet, easygoing color and chat, and with a host that talks a whole lot. Anyway, I don't color as much as I talk, but that's okay. Everybody knows me. Anyway, you guys, I hope everyone stays real sexy, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful start to the fall season. And I will see you guys soon in some chats. I've been a little busy, but I am going to hop into some chats soon, and hopefully see all of you there. And I will definitely see you guys in my next video. So you guys stay sexy. I love you. Bye.